Post Center, 6841 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles. For more information, contact Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. That's Black Panther Party Breakfast at gmail.com or call 707-554-2784. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
21, oh, life has just begun. Got a temper like a gun, pointing it at everyone. That's his game, and it helps him to get through the day. But a voice inside him says, how much longer can I play? He's got infinite possibilities, I can see them now.
It's time to set our intentions, set our self-care, and find our focus. This is Mindful Mondays with Saharah Ali on KBLA Talk 1580.
And what a blessing to start each and every week with a meditation instructor, a mindfulness teacher, yoga instructor, sound bath specialist, and sound healer, among many other skills, including a life coach. Saharah Ali with Mindful Monday. Welcome, Saharah.
Good morning, Dominique, and good morning, KBLA family. Welcome to Mindful Mondays, where we get our minds right for the week by setting positive intentions to honor our mind and body through meditation, prayer, and affirmation as we step unapologetically into our week, being on purpose with our faith, truth, power, and wisdom. Today, I'd like to unpack the full moon in Leo happening Wednesday, guiding our path this week. A full moon is when the moon and sun are opposite each other, illuminating powerful light of clarity. Leo's full moon energy supports us in achieving the height of our soul's potential, where the soul and consciousness is recognized within the heart. Each full moon is a time to reap the benefits of our intentions. It's a time when every cell in our body is heightened, activating our innate wisdom, enhancing intuition, yielding manifestation of our prayers, opening the floodgates to fulfillment. This full moon is square Uranus in Taurus, opposed to Sun and Mercury in Aquarius, amplifying our need to be vigilant in truth, using discernment when processing information, and the call to action is to be precise and mindful of all agreements or decisions we make at this time. We gain insight by avoiding power struggles, knowing each choice we make could become long-standing. We benefit by remembering it's a time to release the old, opening the space for something new on all levels. So I highly recommend we practice patience, foresight, self-discipline, and discrimination. No, connecting in prayer to our ancestral wisdom supports a deeper spiritual guidance under this Leo moon influence. It moves us forward to receive our blessings with transformation, healing, rebirth, and abundance. The upside is staying the path of compassion, knowing the fruit of any labor yields in God's time, not our time. But going forward with our Mindful Monday meditation, let's willingly surrender the need to hold on to judgments or beliefs impeding humility and wholeness, and unapologetically reframe how you feel about yourself. So now just take a breath and get comfortable. Relax your body from your head to your toes. Be mindful of any tension or tightness in the body. And now slowly breathe through your nose at a natural pace. And then exhale, relax, ready and open to our Mindful Monday meditation. So allow yourself to get centered. Inhale, grounding yourself. Exhale, be in this moment connecting to your breath. Now just release, relax, and let go, taking the biggest breath you've had all morning. And as you exhale, anchor yourself, open and ready to embrace innate wisdom within you. Relax and let go. And now inhale, connecting to truth, connecting with faith, holding in that breath of truth and faith. And exhale, release, relax, calm yourself, and now just breathe. Breathe a normal breath. quieting your mind, quieting your body. And now inhale with purpose, opening your mind to celebrate your divine birthright. Open your mind to celebrate your divine birthright. And now exhale gracefully and inhale, holding the power of self-love and compassion. Calling on your angels and ancestors to elevate your spirits here and now. Just breathe. Breath is the key to life. Now inhale, holding that thought, that breath is the key to life. And now exhale, make a promise to be unapologetically progressive in the expression of your personal truth, your wisdom, your wholeness. Relax and let go. And now inhale, taking the biggest breath you've had all morning. Hold that breath. Hold in the words of wisdom we have shared. And as you exhale, open yourself to our Mindful Monday affirmation for the week. So now just breathe, being centered and grounded, connecting to the wholeness within you, and listen with the open heart and mind. Our mindful affirmation for the week. Today, I release self-judgment, celebrating divine right action, opening my heart and mind to the wholeness of my innate wisdom. Today, I release self-judgment, celebrating divine right action, opening my heart and mind to the wholeness of my innate wisdom. Today, I release self-judgment, celebrating divine right action, opening my heart and mind to the wholeness of my innate wisdom. Thank you, Dominique, Miles, Taka Smiley, and the 1580 KBLA family. Have an unapologetic, mindfully blessed full moon week, opening your heart to the wholeness of innate wisdom, leveling up to your purpose and your light.
Saharah Ali, full moon week. Okay, I know I didn't warn you about this, but yesterday I tweeted watching the Super Bowl, which I don't know if you watched or not, because I don't even know if you like football. I know you ride bikes and you do yoga, but I don't know if you like football or if your husband likes football. But in any case, it occurred to me watching the Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes, who was trying to get 3 Super Bowls in a row, is actually in the middle of his Saturn return right now. His birthday is September 17th, 1995. I think I realized that in the first quarter, and I was like, this might not go good for him. And it did not. It was, for one of the guys who's being hailed as one of the greatest of, ever in the game, he had a really rough night.
And that's the gift of a Saturn return.
Yeah.
A Saturn return will teach you lessons of discipline and structure, and it will bring humility, especially if there's a misalignment with your emotional self and the truth and expression of your soul. Saturn return is an opportunity to reevaluate your purpose, to reevaluate the gifts that you have. And so part of his lesson may be you're more than just a football player. Your life is greater than this, and you can't define yourself by this. And that's what a Saturn return will humble you to help you rethink the value of yourself so that you can pick up your power and really be on purpose. We are not all the things that we do. He's more than a football player. I'm more than just, this person that talks on the radio on Mondays. You're more than who you are. And our Saturn return brings that reflection so that we can decide how are we willing to pick up our power and be on purpose, because everyone here has a purpose. We are divinely connected, and we are a family. And so sometimes we have to have a moment of humility so that we can rethink that it's not all about us, that it is all about the group. He's a player on a football team. It is a team, not just him.
Yeah, well, so most people have their first Saturn return around 29, 30, right? And then
27 and a half to 30.
27 and a half to 30, and then your second one more likely 59, 8 and a half to 60?
54, 50, 56, 58.
56.
And it's not easy. Yeah, because 56 is that wake-up call. And if you're not on purpose or if you're not connected and you are in some delusionary state, you'll get flat on your back. Usually it brings an illness or it brings a divorce. It brings this it's like a hardcore because you know better. You know better,
So
you do better.
So what one of my astrologer friends told me is if you whatever you didn't take care of in that 27.5 to 29:30, it's going to bite you in the butt if you haven't taken care of it by your second Saturn return.
Well, the biggest gift on a second Saturn return, because, you are past 50, and before you have your second Saturn return, you have a Saturn square. And a Saturn square starts to help you reframe the value of yourself. You don't have the same friends anymore. You don't like the same things anymore. And so if you listen to that, by the time you get your second Saturn return, then you are on purpose and you open yourself to your abundance, you open yourself to your miracles, you open yourself to the gifts of your soul's journey. But it's when you are not listening is when you get hemmed up, and then you're like this whole devastation, and maybe you start all over. And it is a gift. I know on my second Saturn return, my whole career did a 360, and my career took me to my purpose. I thought I was on purpose, but I was willing to give my power to other things to define my purpose. Whereas the universe on my second Saturn return, it says you don't need these things to define your purpose. You know who you are, and now surrender and level up to the truth of who you are. And so the thing is to be open to the divine guidance and to listen and to let go of the illusions and the lies we tell ourselves about who we are, and be in acceptance of who you're not and who you're willing to be or who you're willing to become.
Kind of appreciate that, kind of using the tough night of one Patrick Mahomes to talk about Saturn returns, because that is what crossed my mind when it looked like it was not going to go smoothly for that extremely talented young man. If you want a reading about your own Saturn return or whatever else you got going on, or you just want to do some, maybe a private yoga session, sound bath, sound healing, you can call Saharah Ali's assistant, Elise, at 213-628-9783, 213-628-9783. You can go to saharahali.com and find out about a yoga class or a sound bath or whatever else she's got going on, or you can listen in here every Monday right about this time for Mindful Mondays. Saharah Ali, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dominique, and the KBLA family. Have a blessed week.
And you as well. It's the perfect time to call me, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. The phone lines are wide open right now at KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has a program specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to end your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other IRS actions. Make sure you're getting the best options to resolve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima today for a free confidential consultation.
Call 800-919-9077, 800-919-9077, 800-919-9077.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I have a dream today.
They said it couldn't be done. They said we wouldn't make it. But history had other plans. This February, KBLA Talk 1580 celebrates the dreamers, the doers, and the breakthrough makers of Black History Month. Your station, your stories. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
The The following is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, please visit fvgradio.com. If you want a complimentary stay in Cancun at a luxury resort, then Family Vacation Getaways may have your ticket to paradise. We're giving away a 5-day and 4-night stay to the first qualified 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it? Call now, 800-868-6431, 800-868-6431. You may also be eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $398. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you may be eligible to get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $398. What are you waiting for? Call 800-868-6431. Again, call 800-868-6431 and give us your answer.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
Slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DiPrima on First Things First.
Right now. It does continue, 800-920-1580. That's the number if you've got something to say. And we were talking about the Super Bowl. Miles is all geared up with his Eagles from head to toe, even the hat, even the glasses. And I saw the clips of Kobe going around. Oh, he's got the shirt and the shirt under the shirt, the sweatshirt and the T-shirt. His Eagles all the way.
We repping today.
We're repping. But to be fair, you are not exactly a bandwagon Eagles fan. You're a hardcore Eagles fan.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, don't talk about my Niners. It's true we haven't won since the 90s.
Right.
But we've been in the Super Bowl
Doesn't
3
count.
times since 2013. It absolutely counts because you're in the top 2. You're in the top 2. So that means it's not like you fell all the way off. Look, I'll take the Grammy nomination. I'd rather have the Grammy. I agree. But I'll take the nomination over not even being in the conversation. In any case, today's the Eagles' Day. And I'm happy for you, Miles. And I enjoyed the game. Well, I did enjoy the game. I don't think anybody really saw that blowout coming. I didn't hear anyone predicting that. I also love the halftime show. The haters were already on Instagram hating away, but that's what they do. And I was laughing because Charlemagne the God and a bunch of other people that seem to think they know everything predicted that Kendrick would not do Not Like Us. And he absolutely did. Now, he didn't say the P word. And I saw the lawyer's fingerprints all over that move.
Okay.
When the lawyers say, you can say everything except pedophile.
Okay.
But what it was implied. Well, he didn't say the N-word either, but that's national television.
Right. I mean, it was actually a prop bet on like sports betting sites, and that if he was going to perform Not Like Us or not.
And what was the dominant bet?
A lot of people were betting against it.
I
They
mean,
said he wouldn't do it.
I'm not good at betting. I don't gamble, so I don't know what over under means. But in any case,
It was just a prop bet. So I mean, you would put that on there to like boost up your ticket or something if you would or wouldn't do it. So.
I was talking to a friend that betting and the money in sports in that way is changing sports, and we're just barely seeing the beginnings of that impact. But I did think he was going to do it, and he did do it. He didn't say the word pedophile, which may or may not protect him from a lawsuit. I would think that it would in that sense, because saying, I heard you like I'm young is not defamatory. And he's talking about, A minor, which he was wearing the A. I thought that was, Geminis are so petty. We really are.
Look, I knew he was going. Once I knew he was going to do it anyway, because I believe Kendrick knows his role in the cultural society right now. I don't think he was going to let us down regardless. So I had a feeling of knowing that he was going to perform it. A minor, man, come on, the whole crowd, the Super Bowl singing A minor back to you, Drake. Look at Drake dead into his eyes through the camera. Let's go, man. What are we talking about?
Well, I thought the performance was really strong. I loved the choreography, the symbolism, the messaging that came through that symbolism. Having Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam in front of performing in front of Donald Trump was nasty work.
Right.
And the red, white, and blue, and the flag, and the way what was the song he was singing in the middle of the flag? Be humble.
Right, exactly.
It was just a lot, and I love that about him. There's always symbolism. There's always art. There's always levels to that art. I love that.
It was a good theatric performance.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do at the Super Bowl. It's not like you're at that person's concert where they have a whole hour and a half set time.
His live concert was amazing when I saw him, but the only thing I didn't like was at the beginning when he came out, I felt like the mic wasn't right.
The mic was definitely low. That
was annoying me because I can hear the guys commenting on everybody's yardage and all that, and it sounds perfectly clear. And then you got like the reigning, rap artist right now, and you can't even get the mic right. Apple Music.
I think that's NFL playing it safe in case they got to cut a mic real quick.
Okay, well that's whack, and I didn't like that. That as a fan, that annoyed the heck out of me. NFL, if that was you, I figured it was Apple Music but they're just the sponsors of the halftime. So maybe it could have been the Saints. Maybe it was Drake's Sabotage haters, in the control room. I don't know, but yeah, conspiracy theory all day. But I'm just saying that was the only part of it I didn't like.
That was very whack. I like the stage setting. I like the video game idealism behind it. I like the game over stuff in the crowd that you were getting. I like the fact he brought the neighborhood to the middle of the stage.
Coming out of the car was sweet.
And having the homies hop out the car, they were corner store doo-wopping with the dreads.
Yeah.
With the homies from the Bay at the street light.
Yeah.
Like little things like that. That's culture.
It was a whole movie, right? In a short Super Bowl performance.
I was looking at the Beyonce Christmas Day performance, and I was commenting on that. Like, that took up the entire 100 yards of the field. Like, this is a big quote unquote stage to have somebody use everything on. So I think Kendrick Lamar, as a rapper, somebody has to rap word for word and remember everything and choreograph everything. I think Kendrick killed the show as a performer. Yeah.
Yay. I agree. Let's go to Big Phil calling us from LA. Hi, Big Phil.
Hello. The devil don't sleep. Keep waking up. You know what? He need to stop all this concrete about the brothers. I love the show. He getting everybody's checks, all them young brothers on there. Sister, I love it. The beautiful thing. I didn't love Black Uncle Sam going out and say, hey, is this ghetto? He's going to be ghetto. What? He needs to go sit down somewhere and then stay with his movies, okay? So like a Black Uncle Sam coming out there. I'm serious, Dominique.
I know you are. I thought it was brilliant having him, but I understand because remember, this is the guy who plays the overseer, right, in Django. He's Samuel L. Jackson, and now he's in the role of Uncle Sam.
I go back to Django and Uncle Sam, okay? Go back to your movies, okay? It's not ghetto, okay? Yeah, if it is ghetto, so what? I'm out, Dominique. Okay, you guys, God bless you.
I'm not mad at Big Phil because he's reacting to Uncle Sam in the way that Kendrick wanted you to react to Uncle Sam, right? Uncle Sam is playing that role of the overseer of the culture, saying, oh, that's too ghetto, that's too black, which to me is a little prescient because I have a feeling that this may be the blackest Super Bowl we see for a while.
This might be the last black Super Bowl.
Might be the last black
we see
Super Bowl.
for a minute.
I mean, a friend of mine was arguing with me, no, Jay-Z has a contract. His contract is hip-hop. He's got 6 more years. But I'm seeing on Elon Musk's hellscape, people saying it's the DEI Super Bowl halftime show. Like what? Okay. But I think that pressure to have more country music, have more rock music. I mean, you had Lettuce singing, the Black National Anthem. It's Black History Month. You got 2 black quarterbacks. You've got Kendrick.
You're in New Orleans?
Yeah. I was enjoying it, but I think we're going to see some white lash to that Blackity Black History Month Super Bowl.
It's too late now. You already got Kendrick already set it on fire for y'all, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I don't know who they can get. Maybe Taylor Swift? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I think this may be the blackest one. But it's the perfect time for the blackest one when the so-called president came to the show. We've got news, traffic, and sports, and then more conversation with you on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is an intervention. When we come forward, includes you. KBLA Talk 1580, turning pain into power.
I'm Alexandria Ikamoni with 4 things you should know from BIN News. President Trump is revoking Joe Biden's security clearance. Trump says Biden has, quote, no need to continue accessing classified information. The Trump administration is restarting the detention of migrant families at the border, including young children. Both the Obama and first Trump administrations detained parents and children, but the Biden administration ended the practice in 2021. The Eagles are celebrating their second Super Bowl win in franchise history after taking down the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl 59. And Super Bowl Sunday may or may not have played out in your favor, but Starbucks has a Monday treat in stores regardless. The coffee giant is treating its reward members to a free tall, hot, or iced coffee. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Lakers Nation is hoping tonight is the night Luka Doncic makes his debut in a Lakers uniform. The Lakers are at home against Utah. Doncic has not played since Christmas Day when he suffered a strained calf muscle. Ricky Dalton-Connect and Cam Reddish are back with the Lakers after the NBA rescinded the Lakers trade with Charlotte. Charlotte center Mark Williams failed the Lakers physical. The UCLA women's basketball team is 23-0 after their 62-52 win Sunday at Oregon. Guard London Jones led UCLA with 21 points. Next up for the Bruins, ranked number 1 in the country, a Thursday night showdown at number 7 USC. The Philadelphia Eagles made sure the NFL does not have a three-peat Super Bowl champion. Philadelphia put a beatdown on the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday in the Super Bowl in New Orleans. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was sacked 5 times. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Heard any other talk radio lately that sounds anything like this? I didn't think so. You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar wasn't the only Gemini being petty, and I don't think he was just petty. By the way, I thought there was some amazing art and some great symbolism. And yeah, I'm a huge Kendrick fan, so I make no apologies for that. But the president, that guy that lives in the White House now, he was actually the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl game, costing taxpayers somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 million. I saw someone on X going, "Where's Doge when we need them?" Because that could have saved us a grip if he would have just watched it on TV like he did the coup on January 6th of 2021. But then, even though he predicted that the Chiefs would win, said that the Chiefs were his team, after the game, he was clowning Taylor Swift because they booed her. And he credited the MAGA people, his MAGA crowd, for booing Taylor Swift because, of course, she endorsed Kamala Harris. And the president has said on social media, on his Truth Social, that he hates Taylor Swift. He truthed that one day. He's also drooled over her on other occasions, saying she was beautiful, whatever, kind of a love-hate thing. But he also claims, and Fox News claims, that he was raucously cheered at the Super Bowl. And what I've heard from people, some folks that were there, was that there was both loud cheering and booing, and a lot of middle fingers for the president as well.
Yeah, I heard that. That's a crazy. I didn't hear the crazy Taylor Swift story flip. That's wild to think they were booing her because she supported Kamala Harris. They were kind of booing her because they're tired of seeing her, and it was a mainly pro-Eagles crowd that was there, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm also hearing that because the Chiefs went to 3 straight Super Bowls, they said their fans couldn't afford a third.
Oh, that makes sense. And the Eagles may have wanted it more because they needed it more.
Right, exactly.
Y'all needed it more. I know you would have been there.
We needed that one, baby. We need our second one.
Yeah.
We need to get into off the ground a little more.
So you can get in that blue blood category.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? The new bloods. That's what we on.
I'll take that because I'm
True
out.
bloods.
I'm over blue. I think imperial and royal structures are antiquated, and we need more egalitarian, democratic, socialist models.
Right, and good thing it was the Eagles and the Chiefs, and it wasn't the President Bowl, the Commanders and the Chiefs. That'd have been a little too ironic.
But I mean, he did predict their win. He's conveniently not mentioning that. He's making fun of Taylor Swift, making fun of the Chiefs, and crediting the MAGA people for booing Taylor. That's his analysis of the game, for which he spent 20 to 30 million in taxpayer dollars to go to. I kind of felt for her because, I mean, this is like, you got to watch your boyfriend lose, and then you got to be mocked by the president. And, it was not a good day for her or Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce or Chiefs fans. But I think...
Or Drake.
The list goes on.
It goes on. Hey, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Indeed. So... the Kendrick Lamar making the statement about 40 acres and a mule, this is bigger than the music, was legendary. Legendary. I mean, you want to talk about Kendrick Lamar can play in your face and you don't even realize he's playing in your face, I think, because even the symbolism around the flag and the Uncle Sam and, Another friend said that, and I have to watch that Super Bowl halftime again. This time we win. Everyone has to be judged, and this time we win. I mean, there's just a lot of messages in there, but none stood out quite like that 40 acres and a mule in one of the places that has profited the most off the labor of black bodies, which is the NFL. And then they have the nerve to call it the DEI halftime show. The NFL wouldn't be what it is today. The music industry wouldn't be what it is today. Hip hop wouldn't even exist without the creativity and genius of black American people. So there's no DEI in that space when it comes to us.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, Kendrick being a true student of the cultures, clearly a true student of a lot of different types of cultures. Knowing the symbolism in the words you're saying and who you're talking to and who's going to be activated by hearing those type of words and symbolisms and understanding what you're doing on that stage. It's not for everybody. It 100% was not for everybody. It's not everybody's halftime show, but for the ones, the same way how we're watching on these political stages, symbols that you may not understand or may not be for you to get, but whoever's going to get them and get activated and charged up by it, they're going to get that. And I think Kendrick did an amazing job of playing that same game right back in their face. In New Orleans, a place where it has a history of, sacrifices and the cultural, spiritual center of the nation.
It is the birthplace of jazz, right? I mean, really, the classical music tradition of the United States is jazz, which is the birthplace is in New Orleans. The ancestors are definitely there. Kendrick understood the assignment, and he knocked it out the park as far as I'm concerned. I know the haters going to hate. I don't know what they're going to do with their free time now that the Super Bowl and the Grammys are over. But I do think it was a really important moment. Friday Jones is in the chat talking about 40 Acres and a Mule, but also saying she was happy that everyone had their clothes on, including SZA. And it's funny because I thought the same thing when I saw SZA. Not that I'm against people being naked, like do you, but it's almost like now if you're a superstar and you're a woman, you don't wear pants. You just wear like those ice skating outfits with no pants. And I think SZA might have been the first black woman or woman performer to have on pants at the Super Bowl halftime in a really long time. She looked beautiful. She sounded great. And I think she also just like hit it out the park. She stepped up and played her role perfectly.
Right. And no knock to SZA. We had Rihanna a couple years ago, She performed.
Oh yeah, she did have on pants. But she was pregnant.
She was pregnant, right.
Yeah, I don't think she was going to come out there in one of those ice skating suits. Right. Also, Serena
Williams.
What? You better not speak on Serena. And then she showed up, a whole Serena, and she looked amazing, super fit, and joyous, which I loved.
Yeah. No, it was a solid.
A lot of black joy.
It was a very good halftime show, man. I'm gonna watch it again and really get all the scoops and the gems from the performance. But yeah, that was phenomenal work, Kendrick. Shout out PG Lang. Shout out the whole team over there, because you're not just the performer, you're also a producer of a halftime show. A halftime show produced by PG Lang. So that's what's up. And he did the other diss track too. I forgot, what's the other one?
While you're remembering what you're gonna say, Bell says Kendrick gave a subtle middle finger to the MAGA folks. I don't think it was that subtle. The MAGA people were pretty angry. I heard them talking smack on X. And I think that Kendrick was able to do multiple layers at the same time, because, the whole mustard and, him running out. And like there was a lot of stuff for the people that won't get the political symbolism or that won't care about it in that performance. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? The dancing, the thing, the bit with the ladies. I want to do the song, but they like to sue. I mean, there was a lot of surface, the video games. He was able to be relevant and entertaining for people that are not politically inclined and those of us who are. And that's, to me, mastery, when you can function on different levels at the same time.
Yeah. That was magic. That was true art happening right there when he did all that. Like I said, it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to get everything, but somebody's going to get. If you sat there and just wanted to hate, you can find that too. A reason to hate and not like what's going on. But if you're looking for any reason to like it, there's, like you said, there's levels to ways you can appreciate that one.
Yeah, levels. Now, did you see somebody, I don't know if it was one of the dancers on the team or
Flag.
Yeah, the flag with the Palestine flag and Sudan.
Yeah, I saw that. but I also saw him run off the stage, so I don't think that was planned. I think that might have been somebody who snuck up on him.
To be honest with you, he didn't. Well, let me not say that before I get in trouble on the radio. But he was dressed like he could have been. He was mixed in with the crew, right? Jumped up, pulls out this Palestine and Sudan flag. Obviously wasn't trying to escape because he then runs down the sideline showing it off. Like, it's not like he tried to run out of the building real quick after he flashed the flag. No, he was up and down the sideline, like holding it up to show what he was doing until the NFL security tackled him and removed him from the building. And apparently the NFL states that he has been banned for life from any and all NFL-affiliated events and activities. And they went out of their way to say that it was not a planned part of the show and it was not part of any rehearsal.
Yeah, I believe that. I know this from the Super Bowl we had in Vegas last year, that they will hire, like background role filler dancers for a lot of these sets and these shows. So it possibly could have been somebody like that gets access to the field and does what they do. So I'm not surprised he got banned. I'm surprised he did it for sure, but I'm not mad either, man. Hey,
I'm glad he did it. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad he did it. To me, the whole thing about that, I mean, not the whole thing, but one of the beautiful things about the Super Bowl yesterday was that you can say what you want about, your America and your DEI and you can try to make your America whitey white America. But then here you have the biggest show in the world, the biggest American export, the Super Bowl. And you can't do Super Bowl without coming through black people. You got to, and it was on 10 yesterday. And so it's like, we are going to resist and we are going to do us and we are going to be creative no matter what you do. So unless you get rid of us, which you haven't been able to do yet, Nazis, and which I don't anticipate you being able to do anytime soon, then you're going to have to deal with us because we are America. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I feel so alone. I'm embarrassed to talk about it.
How can I help my kid if I can't help myself?
I can't remember when I wasn't stressed.
I don't like inside.
When you feel overwhelmed by your thoughts and emotions, it's okay to get help. You are not alone. CalHope is here for you with free, safe, and confidential mental health resources for youth, young adults, families, and you. Find support now at calhope.org.
February is Black History Month, a time to celebrate the achievements and resilience of black communities. But it's important to address health disparities in diseases like asthma. In the U.S., black Americans are approximately 5 times more likely than white Americans to be hospitalized for asthma. But there's hope. Managing your asthma is possible with regular checkups, using prescribed medications correctly, avoiding asthma triggers, and creating an action plan with your healthcare professional. Take control. Your health is your power. To learn more about asthma, visit luma-edu.com. This message is brought to you by Amgen and AstraZeneca.
Kadeen and Deval Ellis for P&G Good Every Day.
Babe, guess what? We can save big on all our favorite P&G brands like Tide, Cascade, and Febreze. Plus, support great causes every day.
Wait, hold up. You telling me we can save money and feel good about it? How?
Well, remember how Granny and Big Mama used to save money by cutting those coupons out of Sunday papers? Now we just go to pggoodeveryday.com, sign up for P&G's free rewards program, and get exclusive coupons.
Okay, so we can get VIP status and save money.
Exactly. We stock up on the P&G products so you, the boys, and I are good every day, just like our folks did for us.
Well, you better go visit pggoodeveryday.com right now because you got to go buy some detergent and toothpaste and toilet paper.
Me?
Yeah, you. And with all that extra cash, I got to go buy these new sneakers.
It's okay, funny man. You got jokes. Boy, focus on these savings first.
Visit pggoodeveryday.com.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer.
Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Okay, so Fahima's in the chat. She says that Terry said Trump has said he won't let the Eagles come to the White House. Now, I know he uninvited them in 2018 because a lot of the players said they weren't going to go to the White House anyway. And then he said, "Oh, you're not coming, you're not invited." I hadn't heard that about the 2025 Eagles, but Terry, I looked it up, couldn't find it, but I believe you. They are certainly his unfavorite team. Let's go to Jeanette calling us from Inglewood. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning, Dominique. Thank you so much for taking my call. Well, I just want to continue with being blackity black this month. And I had two women that I wanted to talk about, and they're short bios because I'm just getting them off of the internet. They're so interesting to me, and that I've never heard of these people either. So the first one is Dr. Matilda Arabella Evans. She was born May 13, 1866, in Aiken, South Carolina, and she died in November 17, 1935, at the age of 63. What's so interesting is she was the first black woman licensed to practice medicine in South Carolina after she earned her degree, and she specialized in, I'm going to mess this word up,
Obstetrics, got it.
Obstetrics, thank you, and gynecology and surgery. So, and back then, 1897, surgery, I mean, my heart just is excited about who she was. And she also established the Taylor Lane Hospital, which was the first hospital for black people. And she did a survey of black school children, which led to regular health screenings for the children in South Carolina. And she also adopted 7 children and fostered over 2 dozen. So that's her.
Okay. All right.
And
all right. And she's just going to be a school teacher to the. In fact, you may be the official history teacher of the KBLA delegation. So your second tribute this morning.
Well, I'm just trying to keep it blackity black.
I'm not mad at that.
Because there are some that we hear about every year. Mm-hmm. Which is good because we need to be reminded. But these were some that were just I hadn't heard of.
Right.
And so the next one is Bridget Biddy Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You have to have heard
You
of
heard her?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Okay, I never heard of her. But I like the fact that she got her freedom in 1856, and where she worked as a nurse as well and a midwife. But she invested in real estate in California and got a lot of money for doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, you make it sound so simple. She was an enslaved woman who was forced to walk like 1,200 miles or something to California, and then ended up as one of the biggest landowners in early Los Angeles, owning much of downtown parts of Beverly Hills, which some of which she supposedly donated to the city, which sounds to me like some shady business. But yeah, Biddy Mason is one of the heroes of the West, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for putting all that in there. I was trying to go real fast and leave, but that was important stuff, and I was leaving it out. So thank you. But anyway, those are the two ladies that I wanted to spotlight this week.
Okay, well, appreciate that. I keep saying we need it to be the blackety blackest Black History Month in the history of blackety blackness. So
yeah.
I appreciate you making that part of the agenda because we need to do it in every angle, in every way, in the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dress. Yeah, so appreciate that. Jeanette from Inglewood.
Oh, Yeah, let them know we don't do just DEI.
Yeah, and I mean DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's something that's being twisted around. I think DEI stands for N-word, NIGG. I think that's what it stands for to these folks now. But yeah. They are trying to use it, twist it, and turn it so that, Trump playing golf with Tiger Woods right before the Super Bowl and predicting the Chiefs are going to win. Is Tiger Woods a DEI golfer? What is actually happening here? It's the thing that's mind-bending about the current president and his whole band of thieves is that there's no consistency, and they don't even try to be consistent. They don't care about being consistent. They expect you to accept whatever it is. Example, the courts are all knowing and all seeing when they say he can have immunity, right? Or when they strike down cases against him from moving forward because he's now president. But when they say that he can't let Elon Musk raid the Treasury, now suddenly Trump and Vance and the rest of them are saying the courts have no authority, that they can't curtail the executive authority, which is ridiculous. That's the whole concept of our government, is checks and balances. But it's always do as I say, not as I do. It's always, this is only as it's convenient for me. And so this idea that, you can count on any kind of consistency. DEI is just N-word. It's just something they throw around to try to undermine women, Black people, Latinos, to try to blame us for everything. It's Paul Mooney's 1-800-BLAME-A-N-word. And the idea of dismantling our system of government, move fast and break things, being the Silicon Valley sort of broligarchy theme, is what they are clearly doing. There's an article going around it. It was in the New York Times. It's an opinion piece by a New York Times writer, can't think of his name right now, which is saying don't believe him and pointing out what what Tavis and I have been saying, which is the Steve Bannon theory. You flood the zone with all of these crazy news stories so the news can't keep up with it, so you can do really nefarious, evil things while the news is worrying about your Heil Hitler salute or some other stupid thing, a tariff or whatever, the tariff du jour. You can do nefarious things. Well, that's clearly the playbook that they're running. And so this New York Times writer is saying, don't believe him, and that they're having a lot of losses. He really can't do a lot of the things he's saying that he can do unless they completely overturn our system of governance. And that's why I think it's very significant. Number one, we have to start to understand what are significant things and what are just distractions. We have to have deep understanding in things instead of running from story to story to story to story to story. And I think that this man is right. I'll find the article, his name shortly, but when he says don't believe him, because they're going to have a lot of setbacks. And that's why J.D. Vance, who went to Stanford, so he went to Stanford Law. He clearly knows better than this. He is lying intentionally. He says judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power. That's what he wrote on X. Well, what's doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence is legitimate. And the executive branch does not have the power of the purse. That falls to Congress. So, but basically what he's doing is undermining the judge's ability to do anything, because judges are starting to block some of these outrageous things that this administration is doing, that this new MAGA Republican movement is doing. a judge blocked DOGE, the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, from these Treasury Department systems and ordered them to delete whatever data they already have. And so now they're saying the judges have no authority, except for that they're moving with an immunity granted to them by the Supreme Court. So it's okay when it works in their favor, but when it doesn't work in their favor, then the judges have no authority. That is the definition. That is the definition of authoritarianism. Do as I say, not as I do. I have ultimate power like a king or a dictator. Never mind what the Congress says. Never mind what the courts say. I need Congress to stop standing outside of buildings trying to get in and acting helpless. I need them to start acting like it was black people locking them out of these buildings. What would y'all do then? I bet you wouldn't just stand there knocking on the door going, please, Mr. Elon, let us in, let us in. You are the doggone elected representatives of the people of the United States of America. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is next after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Alexandria Ikamoni with 4 things you should know from BIN News. President Trump is revoking Joe Biden's security clearance. Trump says Biden has, quote, no need to continue accessing classified information. The Trump administration is restarting the detention of migrant families at the border, including young children. Both the Obama and first Trump administrations detained parents and children, but the Biden administration ended the practice in 2021. The Eagles are celebrating their second Super Bowl win